June 1st, 2005, I moved to Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia, Cobb County, Georgia, kind of the same thing. Not really the same thing, but the outskirts of Atlanta, outskirt of Georgia. Pretty much you go down the road and you're in Atlanta. Uh, and I did it with $300. And I'm going to show you how. If you don't know who I am, my name is D-Rel. This is Rel's Rants Reloaded. If you can, like, subscribe, and share. I had $300 to my name when I moved to Georgia. I had no job. I had no car. I had no connections. I really didn't know anybody that could put me in a position where I would be able to thrive. What I did was I just took a leap of faith, got in the car with my buddies, and came down to Georgia. I already had a place set up that I was going to stay in. I had an apartment. I paid for that, and then my lights were on. But after that, I just had $300 to my name. And June 1st, when I moved in, the clock was ticking. It was fight or flight. So to you people that may want to get out your mother's house or may want to move out on your own, this is going to be kind of some information that I could give you that I used and did to be able to put myself in a situation where I'm still here damn near, 18 years later, 17 years later, how many years it is. So pretty much, if you want to literally, really, really, really get out of your surrounding, you're going to have to take a risk. It's just like a business. It's just like anything that is going to get you scared. You have to put yourself in a situation and just do it. Like I said, I came out here with $300 in my pocket. I had quit my job. I transitioned. I was a Georgia resident. And after that, 30 days, money starts just going lower and lower and lower. And then you realize, if you never had your own place before, things cost money, small little things, and things just started adding up. Toilet tissue, water, toothpaste, food. And then you're young. At the time, I was a younger man. You want to party and have fun and drink. And if you smoke cigarette, you might have little vices, this, that, and the third. Then you think about it, $300 is not a lot of money to come down to a state and try to start a new life. So what I had to do was literally go back to basics. I had to use my 2 feet, my left and right foot, put some shoes on. And if you live in Georgia, I was coming from New York. It's not like moving. It's not like living in New York where everything is right next to each other. I was lucky that I was in Cobb County, Georgia, which is another story within itself. But I was lucky that I was right by the bus stop. There were businesses around me. And what I had to do, I had to get to hustling. Mind you, this is in an era where there's no Lyft, there's no Uber. The buses run at a certain time and stop at a certain time, and everything is spread out. And mind you, it's June. June in Georgia is hot as balls. So I'm literally going from store to store, collecting applications, filling out applications. Metro PCS wasn't even in New York. This was the first time that I had found out about Metro PCS, and I could get a cell phone for $50 with service. So mind you, if I came down here with $300, now I got $250 because I needed a cell phone in order to receive calls if I wanted to get a job. So you humble yourself real quick. And like I said, I didn't know anybody. I had got cable, and you start to network a lot with people you don't know because, like I said, 30 days, time is ticking. You have to make money. Would I do it again? I probably would, but I probably would have a bigger stash of money because, like I said, $300. I came into living in my own apartment with $300, I was already behind the 8 ball because my rent was $600 for a 2-bedroom at the time, which was amazing. But then I also had lights. I also had gas, which eventually got cut off, and that'll be talked about in another video. And you realize every day you're just scratching down day by day until you're a dead man, because at the end of the month, The rent office wants their money. And if they don't get their money after the 5th, they put an eviction notice on your door and they start the eviction process, which is what happened. But by the grace of God and by the grace of me hustling and making connections with people, uh, I think my first job out here was with Comcast. And I got that job because the guy that hooked up our cable, I asked him, like, yo, y'all hiring? He gave me the information, called the person, had to fake it till I make it because it was a driving job. I didn't even have a daggone driver's license. I think I had a learner's permit, and that might have been from New York. But had to fake it till I made it. And through the grace of God, I'm still out here, and I could look back at my humble beginnings going back from 2005. And it's like, sometimes you might have to put yourself in a situation in order to grow, because I feel that is the reason that made me the man that I am, put me in the situations that I'm in, and allowed me to have the things that I currently have and have built thus far in my life. But I would say this: if you're going to move to Atlanta, I would at least have about 6 months worth of bills and utilities money to the side if you don't have a job. If you do have a job lined up, I would say at least have 2 months of rent, gas, lights, whatever utilities you got to pay. Have that already dished out. Make sure you got a refrigerator full of food, and just try to be very conservative with your money. Georgia's a great state. Atlanta's a beautiful city, especially if you're young, and it can consume you real quick. Going out every weekend, drinking, going to bars, you might get into some bullshit, meaning drunk driving, catching a DUI. That'll put you behind the 8 ball. You might want to come out here and just literally grind it out for a couple of months and then see how it goes. Rels Rants Reloaded. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.